So we all know car dealerships can be extremely sleazy and annoying to deal with, but here's some tips and some red flags if you're ever at a car dealership in the future. As soon as you hit the lot, they're probably going to hound you and rush after you trying to get you as an up, and their goal is to get you inside to do a needs analysis at most dealerships. It's so annoying, and the whole goal of the needs analysis is to get information from you so they can use that against you if you try to leave or something like that. And they want to get your phone number and all the information. Don't give it to them because they're just going to call you nonstop. The next thing is credit apps. People fill out credit apps before they even test drive a vehicle. There is no reason to fill out any credit app unless you agree on numbers, and that's if you're a payment buyer, especially if you know what you're looking at. And it's like, get your pre-approvals, go to a credit union, go to a bank, make sure you're getting the best rate. Don't just let the dealership handle it for you, because that's how you get screwed. And a lot of times the salesperson is going to ask, what do you want for your trade? There's really no reason to tell them, but you do need to know what you want. You need to do your research. You need to know what it's worth, because they will try to steal that trade. That's one of their number one things, is stealing trades from customers, selling it for big profit. And it's honestly a huge portion of a lot of salespeople's pay plan. In car sales, they get paid from stealing the trade. And no matter if you're a cash deal or a finance deal, you still have to go through the finance box. But generally speaking, finance deals are the ones that really have to be careful, because if you're a first-time buyer, a lot of finance guys will completely screw you over worse than anything, because they look at you as an uneducated buyer. And a lot of times I've heard of finance guys saying, this is all included, your warranty, here's your payment, sign right here. Or even lies saying you can't get the car without this warranty, or if you get this warranty, I'll lower the rate. In a lot of states that I know of, it's illegal to do kind of stuff like that. So you have to be careful, and that's why a lot of owners of dealerships are literally filming and recording their finance guys, because it is a hard job. They're held to a high standard. They have to keep their metrics up. That's why they get so sleazy and they do the worst of the worst stuff back there. They can't even trust their own finance people. And don't think the finance person's your friend either. They're trying to take money from you. That's all they do. The only reason they're not the most profitable department is because a large portion goes to that person. But generally, a finance department will be between 4 and 10 people, and they'll bring in so much revenue with only 4 people. And it's because they're screwing everybody over. $7K, $10K in warranties and gap insurances and all this stuff that they could have got for half price, but the dealership got involved, so they added their BS onto it. You're just screwing these people over bad. And here's the other deal. If you do get approved and you do your financing through the dealership, this is why I'm not a fan of it at all, especially if they go through a bank and not a credit union. They can bump the rate up, so they get you approved at 10. Well, they're actually going to show you 12 or 13, and they get to keep the difference. And there's going to be people in the comments saying, oh, it's okay, they're obtaining your financing, they deserve to get that money. Like, what are you talking about? Get out of here with that stuff. It doesn't take any work for them to obtain that financing, so you have to be extremely careful. That's why I recommend get your pre-approvals, go out there, check if you are a payment buyer. Do not just leave it up to the dealership. And also, if you're in the finance box and numbers switch around and you're like, I swear I saw 27,000 and now they're showing you 29, don't believe it. You definitely have to check, and that's why I always say keep your papers. Don't let them take it. If you're getting papers, take pictures, get your research. Don't let them screw you. They will if you're not careful. And I think this is one of the biggest things. You need to know who's in charge, and that's you, because you're the one buying the vehicle. I can promise you one thing. They want to sell that car way more than you want to buy it. It's always annoying playing the whole dealership game, but sometimes you can get a big discount, but all this stuff's overpriced now anyways. And not all dealerships do this, but we've seen them with the $600 nitrogen-filled tires and all this stuff, wheel locks, window tint for $1,500. They add all this extra stuff where some customers are buying it, but most are smart enough not to. But the dealership knows that if they put that stuff on there and they say, okay, we'll give it to you for free, a lot of customers will say, okay, we'll just buy it at MSRP then. So you have to know that stuff. You just don't give them any value in most situations. And I know a lot of people that won't shop at dealerships with the denim stickers, and I completely understand. How stupid do you think I am charging $300 for nitrogen-filled tires? It's just a stupid thing to do, and it makes me feel stupid to even do business with someone who would do that. So I completely understand. People are like, I'm not going to do business. As soon as I see that addendum sticker, I leave the dealership immediately. A lot of people do that. And unfortunately, how the dealership model is in the United States, it works like this. You have the dealership, you have the finance, it is what it is. You got the commission salesperson. It's an annoying process no one really likes dealing with. And unfortunately, most people don't know how to deal with it properly, and they get taken advantage of because they don't get their own financing. They get taken on their trade because they don't do the research to know what it's worth. And then they go back to the finance box and they buy all the warranties and stuff that they don't need. And their payment got bumped up with rates and all this stuff. It's extremely difficult because you're dealing with someone who's trying to take as much money from you, and they're going to smile while they're doing it. And most people just want to buy a car. That's all they want to do. They just want to buy a car and get out of there. And that's why so many people would rather go to CarMax or something like that and go to a one-price place and just do it like that. But the problem is there, the prices are so high too. So it's just a bad situation all the way around, but you have to be extremely careful at a traditional dealership, especially new, used, any way around. Know what you're doing. Be careful. Let me know what you think. think. Have you had a crazy experience with the dealership? I know for me, anytime I don't buy any warranty products, the finance guy just stops talking. The whole mood changes and it's over. It's hilarious. But let me know what you think. Have a great day and stay blessed.